This summer we inspected 113 ponds. We did 75 woodlot surveys. Caitlin built 11 GIS maps. We did 10 SWIP site inspections. We did 9 sewer storm lateral inspections, and we did 8 downspout inspections.
So for our pond inspections, we went to every pond that the town is responsible for and inspected that they were working as designed. There were 113 ponds total. This involved finding a utility map, inspecting using Survey 123, which is a program through Esri, taking pictures of the attributes of the pond, and writing a report for each pond. So this is an example of those things listed before. The photo in the top left is the outlet structure, so we had to find that from the drawing, which is on the top right. And that's how we find the inlet and the outlet. They're highlighted on the drawings. The bottom right is the overview of the pond, and then bottom left is what our reports look like with the information from each pond. And then sometimes we have to go behind houses for the ponds with easements, so this is how we locate the easements. They're on the as-built drawings, and we highlight them and bring them with us in case there are any questions as we're going to inspect the ponds.
We also did woodlot surveying this summer. First I mapped out potential woodlots that were 5 acres or more using your map, and then we went to 78 wooded areas and collected data using Survey 123. We collected photos and counted the trees. This was to ensure the woodlots met the EPODS standards in the town code. In the end, 75 wooded areas met the town criteria for woodlot EPOD. And then Caitlin mapped out each woodlot with ArcGIS. So this is the near map data that I first found. And then this is a sample from woodlot 57. We made sure that the trees were 4 feet high and had a diameter of at least 6 inches. And then this is an example of one of the woodlots. So each data point has this type of data. From that, Caitlin mapped out the existing map that was approximately 12.4%. Like the old map, that was the woodlot EPOD, and approximately 2,600 acres of land was the woodlot EPOD, and then in the proposed new map, there's 14.1% woodlot EPOD and approximately 3,000 acres. And this is a map comparing the existing map and the proposed map. So the dark green is the proposed map, and then where you can see where they kind of have some overlap.
As far as GIS mapping went, I made interdepartmental reference maps. I created maps from requests that we got in, made maps for grant applications, as well as attending weekly GIS meetings with the consultants, and continued work on our public-facing GIS program, which involved finding reference layers, coding interactive maps, and getting pop-ups to work so when you select things, their specific information comes up. So this is an example of an interdepartmental map I made. It is a engineering MS4 resource. It is the Webster watersheds with creeks and streets. This was a map I made from a request from the Webster Central School District so that they could map out their late bus routes. So that is the school district boundary with streets. And then from that, they gave me a sketch back, and I digitized that and made this map that they have now laminated and posted in their schools for students to find their late bus runs. And this was an example of one that I made for a grant application. This is our HUC 12 watersheds, which is the hydrological unit code, which are different from the actual watersheds, and this was a requirement for one of the grants we applied for.
We also did site inspections. We received in the beginning of the summer our 4-hour erosion and sediment control certificate, and at each of the 10 construction sites we would look at their integrity to make sure they were compliant with New York State permits and the construction sites stormwater pollution prevention plan. Pollution can be anything from litter to water with sediments flowing into the surrounding streams. We would look for best management practices such as silt fence, silt socks, and water control equipment.
We also conducted sewer stormwater lateral inspections at new construction sites. So we coordinated with the builders for a time to come out when they would be finished installing them. We arrive on site, use a level to determine that it's pitching away from the house and it's over 2%. We would capture pictures like the ones to the right, and then we would write reports, and that's an example of a report with the slope, pipe, and type of joint. We also did downspout inspections, which is the same process as the sewer storm lateral inspections, and this can be done before or after the full house is built, and the reports are slightly different, and so the picture above is of one before the house is built, and the picture below is after the house is built.
Some of my highlights were I enjoyed learning about the government construction side of environmental science. This job introduced me to new career paths such as wetland delineation and environmental roles in government. My favorite assignment to work on was the pond inspections and the woodlot surveys. And my favorite experience was holding the frog with one eye while we were doing pond inspections. This internship gave me experience and knowledge in multiple topics that I now value, like construction, surveying, and town board meetings. And this is a picture of the frog with one eye.
And my highlights were I enjoyed working on the pond spreadsheet and the survey and making sure all the formatting was the same and that each pond had the same information included, so we have a standard going forward. I learned that I liked field work for short periods of time, but I would prefer a desk job. This internship gave me insight into how government works, and I could definitely see myself working in the public sector. My favorite part of the year was the GIS assignments I was given to complete. I was able to teach myself new skills on ArcGIS that I can use in my future endeavors. And my second favorite part was all the wildlife that we saw during our inspections, and that is a little snake that we saw while we were out.
Any questions?
I have one question, and I'm not sure it's fair to ask either of you this question. Josh might be able to better address it. When we talked about this woodlot surveying process, and we look at the two different maps where there's the overlay, do you have any idea when the last time we did a woodlot survey was?
Yeah, the existing woodlot map was done in 1979.
Okay.
So it's been quite some time since it's been updated.
Which is why we would see such a growth in the area, because trees have just grown and gotten bigger if they haven't been taken down for development.
That is part of it, yes.
Okay, so this was a great opportunity for the town, certainly, to gain some additional resources using our summer interns. Sorry to say using, but
Leveraging.
leveraging, thank you, that's a much better word, leveraging our interns. And I just think we started this program 3-4 years ago using summer interns, and it's really just been a tremendous benefit both to the town and I hope to the interns. So we have really appreciated everything that you've done for us this summer. What are your plans now? James, I'll go to you first.
On Monday, I'm going back to Brockport to finish my last semester of college, so I'm very excited for that.
And what is your degree program?
Environmental science,
Wonderful.
and with a concentration in wildlife and terrestrial ecology.
Great. Caitlin?
I'm staying with the town part-time through November, and the other part-time where I'm not here, I'm going to be an assistant coach at Buffalo State coaching softball.
Fantastic.
Wow, nice.
That is great.
So will this become the new official EPOD map?
Yes, we will be bringing this before the board for their consideration to adopt the new map, and we will also have to adjust some of the text of our code associated with the regulations, but yes, we look forward to bringing this before the board in the near future.
Excellent, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you for all your hard work. Lots of good stuff.
The other thing I really like is I think through experience we often find what we dislike as well as like, and that's an important learning experience as well.
Thank you, you both,
Yes,
for your experience.
thank
and
you.
your work.
And best of luck to you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Anything else?
You and Jennifer took my thunder. I was going to talk about the EPODS. And I greatly appreciate all the work that you've done and will continue to do when you come back till November. Your input's been very valuable to the town. It really has. I'm glad that we did start this, 3 years ago, and I hope we continue to do this because it benefits not only the town, but it benefits the students that are here. So thank you so much.